Good morning, and thank you for joining us for an introduction to Growatt. Before we begin this webinar, I'd like to give everyone a minute to join on. So you'll hear some silence for a little bit, and then we will begin. Perfect. Okay, so hello all. Thank you for joining us this morning. It looks like most have already logged on and we can start with this webinar. My name is Edgar and I'm with the AE Solar team. Today we are joined by the Growatt team. In today's webinar, we will learn about Growatt's history and what they have planned for the future. We'll discuss their product line and how Growatt products can revolutionize your next project. As a reminder, we have a Q&A session following the presentation. You are more than welcome to submit your questions via the questions section located on your control panel at any point during the webinar. We will do our best to answer as many questions as possible after the presentation has concluded. All right, let's dive in. I'd like to introduce you all to the Growatt team. Today we have presenter Michael Leo, Senior Engineer, Marco Leo, Senior Technical Program Manager, Nick Wang, VP of Sales, and Peter Chung, VP of Product Management. All right, without further ado, I'll pass it on to Michael. And here we go. Hey, Michael, there's a little bit of feedback coming from your audio. If you don't mind checking if that's maybe like your headphones or computer system.
Can you hear me well now?
Yes, perfect.
All right, just rejoin. Can you share my screen? Okay. All right, let's start it.
Perfect. Thank you, Michael.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Just one more time, if you have any questions, just submit in the chat, and I'll try to answer all of them at the end of the presentation. So today I'm going to do a little bit introduction on Growatt. Okay. The final goal of our company is to build the world's largest intelligent, sustainable energy ecosystem for humankind. Okay. And this is the material I'm going to cover today. I'm going to introduce a little bit of the company, and then I'm going to introduce some of our product. And last, I'm going to introduce some ongoing project we have worldwide. Okay, so this is our business focus. We are a new energy enterprise dedicated to the research and development and manufacturing of the PV inverters, energy storage system, EV charger, and the smart energy management. This is the milestone we have been through. So we are a very young company. We only have like 10-year history, but we expand a lot in the past 10 years. We were first founded in Shenzhen in 2011, and we established subsidiaries in Australia and Hong Kong. After that, we have our first model, the Growatt 5000, get double A rating in the Python lab, and then we have other branches open in other parts in the world. We launched many new inverters and in the 10 years, and in the last year we become the world largest seller for the residential inverters. Okay. Next. So we grow a lot in the past, and this is our okay, so this is the CAGR, the compound annual growth rate for our next 5 years. We expect it. So we expect to grow 30%, 36.74% of the PV shipment, and 109% in the storage inverter shipment. So right now we have a 1.5 million cloud user and 3 million annual inverter production capacity each year. We have our system installed in more than 160 countries, and we have I think right now almost 5,000 employees. We have more than 650 research development engineer, and 5.6% of our revenue is invested into research and development in the year of 2021, and I think this number is keep growing. Next, you can from this pie chart, you can see our company is occupying a large percent in the market right now. The green part is us, and the biggest blue part is Huawei and Sungrow. We are trying to become this part. Okay, and as I mentioned, we are right now the global #1 for residential PV inverters and storage inverters by shipment. We are taking about 20% in the residential PV inverter and 13.8% in storage inverters by the year of 2021. Okay, this is the top brand PV sales we have received from Europe, Africa, Americas, and Asia. Okay, so we achieved patents of 150 in the year of 2021, and this is I have mentioned before the AA rating we got, and in the sales revenue, so a lot of our revenue goes back to the research and development, as I mentioned. So 5.6% of our revenue go back to research and development, and the total cost of our into the research and development is 55 million in the past 2 years, and the compound annual growth rate for the research and development is about 55%. And in the last 2 years, our GroHome, our IoT system is ranked the Smarter E Award, and we got the PV Magazine Award and the TUV Ringline Quality Award. And in the last year, our solar, we got the solar power were top products in the US, together with our high voltage battery. We have a very advanced manufacturing center. Right now it's located in Shenzhen, and I think we are opening some new product lines in Vietnam. So the annual capacity of our product line is 3 million inverters and 600,000 battery packs. It's really highly automated production line, and it executes Growatt 5-step quality system. So we make sure all our products have really high quality. Again, we opened many branches worldwide, and our system is installed in more than 160 countries. Okay, so I'm going to introduce some of our products. So we provide pretty much any PV solution you can think about. So we cover residential, we do commercial and industrial, and we also do utility scale. So to begin with, I'm going to introduce some of the residential products. So we have the micro inverters, we have the single phase inverters, and right now we have the Min series. And for the US market, we have the Min TL-XH-US. I'm going to introduce that later. We also have 3-phase residential products. It's the Mod series. And for the commercial products, we have as small as 15 kilowatts up to 253 kilowatts. All size. Okay. The next gonna be our storage inverter system. So what we do, we have the solar plus storage pack solution. This can be used in many scenarios. The capacity range is from 2.5 kilowatts up to 400 kilowatts hour, up to 100 kilowatts, and the customers can have warranty for the whole system. And I think right now for the Min inverter system, the warranty is up to 10 years. And all our products also support access to the virtual power plant and IoT devices. So they will be updated yearly for the next couple of years. And we also have a smart microgrid system, and the range is from 2 kilowatts up to 1 megawatts. It can utilize multiple power sources and support diverse electroloads. It's an ideal independent energy solution for isolated island and remote areas where there's limit on even no access to the grid. This is usually something like Hawaii or some country in Africa. Here is the storage products we have. So we have the single phase storage, the SPH. This is our old hybrid model in US, and the 3-phase storage, also the SPH, and the battery ready storage. This is our main product, pretty much the all-star product we have. This one here is what I was talking about. This is what we have for Sunrun right now. And together, we have the battery system. We have the low voltage battery system for the 48 volts model. We have the ARC battery. This is for US, and the GBLI. This is for the Europe. We also have the high voltage battery system. Also the high voltage battery cabinet system. So like for each cabinet, you can put like 3 batteries in here. So for each of these, it can go up to 10 kilowatts hour. So this is the product I was talking about, the Min-SH-US hybrid inverter. This is our main product with Sunrun right now. So what is it? It's a hybrid inverter. And the power capacity is from 3 kilowatts up to 11.4 kilowatts. So it can satisfy most house needed. And I think in the future we can do parallel for this. So this number can go up to over 30 kilowatts. And then it's battery ready for the DC coupled and AC coupled system. So you can, so even you already have an inverter system in your house, you can still add these if you want to increase the size. And then it has a EMS software to support multiple ES mode. You can do self-consumption, so all your generation goes back to your house. You can do zero aux support, so you just not selling to the grid. You can do time of charge, time of use, so you can sell the sell to grid when the price is the highest, and you can do off grid. So together with the ATS, so it can just act as the off grid inverter as well. And for this, we have a third-party RSD transmitter. Most of them is Tego, some APS, and we have a built-in Wi-Fi chip and 4G communication. So all the information of the inverter can be updated to the cloud. So you can monitor this inverter at home, at our side and at the customer side. And after that, it's a really light inverter for really high capacity because it's using a high voltage system. Next is this I will talk about. We have app for both iOS and Android platform, and it's using the same data from the server for if you're using a laptop. Okay, here is some key spec sheet for this inverter. So as you can see, for the smaller model, we have only 2 MPPT board, and if you but if it's the 11400 model, it can go up to 4 MPPT boards. So for each MPPT, the number of string parameter is 2. And for the maximum input current per MPPT is about 13 amps. I mean, 13 amps is usually only for 1 string per MPPT, but if you have using high voltage PV, you can have two string per MPPT. And you can see the max efficiency for our size is about 98%. So that's really high in the market right now. Okay, and for the DC and AC surge protection, right now we're using the Type 2 wire resistor, and for the weight, it's really lightweight, as I mentioned. And here's another important thing: for this one, it's waterproofed, so it has no fine. So what we do is we have heat sink in the back, and it can operate in very harsh temperature. So from negative 30 degrees to 140 degrees. And it can also can work in really dry or really wet environment. Okay, so the inverter itself is a single phase, say grid-tied inverter, but together with the off-grid box we have right now, the ATS, it can become a hybrid inverter and it can provide 3-phase output. So the ATS usually used with a battery system. So together, the inverter with the ATS, it can do partial backup for your house. And when it's doing partial backup, it can go up to 5 kilowatts maximum, no matter which model you have. And for this, it has a built-in transformer. So ATS auto transformer. And to match with ATS, you have the energy meter. the energy meter built communication with the inverter, so it has a really high accuracy. And for the energy meter, it also has like the anti-backflow feature. So whenever it detects like negative current, it will report to the inverter. Okay. Next is a battery-ready PV system. It's the battery part I'm talking about. And as you see in the graph, so it's built-in pack level power optimizer. It supports different capacities of battery packs mixed in one system. So and also you can have like different cells in the same cabinet as long as you can fit them in there. So the battery cabinet itself is pretty much acting like a BMS, and you can also have the new batteries and old battery mixed together, and the battery cabinet will control and manage it, so it can output a pure wave 12 inverter. And this is the this is a system drawing of the thing of this system I was talking about. So you have the PV panels connected to the inverter. The inverter is connected to the auto transformer box, the ATS, so it can do partial backup for your house, up to 5 kilowatts. And then it's a home load, but this part won't be backed, and then you can sell to the grid through the meter. And we have the battery system at the bottom. So it's a filter-proofed battery-ready system, which means right now, like if you already have this system, and in the future you want to increase the size, it's really easy to add another battery cabinet here, so it can increase the capacity. And the cost benchmark with the traditional on-grid inverter, it locked no additional retrofit cost. There's lockdown energy storage customers are early when they install their first PV system. Okay, so after the storage system, we have the microgrid storage system. So this is most of them are the off-grid system we have, and this one is the SPF 5000 ES. It was popular in the US market a couple years ago, and right now we have the SPF 5000 US. It's better for the US market. I personally really love this one because like it can run without a battery. Like if it had only some small load. Okay, and then after we have the SPF series still, but that one is the HVM model. And for the off-grid ESS, we are using the stack AXD battery. And if you are doing you want to do a larger size, for example 50 kilowatts to 1 mega kilowatts, we have a microgrid ESS, the weight series. The weight series is gonna launch in US market middle this year, and I think it also supports DC to DC and AC to DC together with the APX battery system. Okay, then for our storage system, as I mentioned, it can so the whole system for the whole system is under the warranty. So not only the inverter, the whole system is under the warranty. It's the warranty term is different for a different system, but the most we can do is right now it's for the main series is up to 10 years, and if you pay, you can extend it to up to 20 years. And for the batteries, we are using the LFP batteries, which is right now the most safe battery in the world. And for the smart managed system, we can use the Wi-Fi and 4G for remote monitoring and online services. And we also have like a local Wi-Fi connection. So even if you don't have internet, you can still connect it to your cell phone to monitor the system. And for the it is future-proofed, so it is ready for the VPP and IoT devices, which probably gonna happen in the next couple of years. Then this is a really fun product we have right now. It's a portable power station. I personally have one. So the capacity is only it's 1500, but the output can go up to 2000 watts. So for this, it can even run some large load like the AC in an RV. And I think I'm going to carry this to go camping in the summer. I think this product just launched last year, and it's a red dot winner for last year. And I think in the next couple of months, we're gonna release another smaller size portable power station, which is the Vita 550. But even it's named 550, it can do 660 watts output. Next, the EV charger is also one of our new product, probably gonna release this year. It's a level 2 charger, and the capacity ranges from 3 kilowatts up to 22 kilowatts AC, and it also do DC from 20 or 40 kilowatts. And this EV charger can connect it to the GroHome system and the PV Link charge mode. So user can remote control and charge the EV with 100% clean power if they want to. Like we have multiple EV charger products, so can do small size, large size, and DC. And for the smart energy management I was talking about, our smart energy solutions is built upon big data, AI, and IoT. By using the multiple point data monitoring and smart cloud platform, it supports the prediction of the energy generation and consumption, and can achieve smart management and distribution of energy. It's an ideal solution to provide clean energy for household and business. So for the smart monitoring system, you can see a picture here. This is usually for the industrial plants. We have a different one for the residential products. And for the smart home, so everything in your home, like the generation of and the power consumption of everything in your house can be showed in the smart home system. We have smart facility, pretty much like a larger of the smart home. And for the monitoring system, we have the diverse monitoring devices. So right now, if you have an inverter, if you want to monitor them, you can just plug in our monitoring devices, so you can see the generation and the cost of your house. And for the smart monitoring platform, we have a Shine Phone app, as mentioned. This is for both Android and iPhone. We have the Shine server, which is pretty much the same thing as the Shine phone, but it's a web version. We have the OSS system. It's an online smart service system. It's usually for our side or the distributor side. So even the distributor, if they are like a lot to access their customers, they can see the for example, if there's a fault code, so the distributor can also see it, and they can report it to us. Next one is the smart home, as mentioned. In the smart home system, that integrates solar, energy storage, smart EV charger, water heater controller, VPP interface, and IoT devices to increase the household's rate of PV self-consumption. Also support the prediction of energy generation and consumption based on big data and AI technology. So for this is our future, like what we are gonna focus on in the next couple years. So we want to do like a self-dependent house in the next couple years. Okay. This is the GroHome product family. You have the microinverters, you have the EV charger, battery system, and all kinds of monitoring devices, and something like the AC controller warehouse. This is our future goal. And here is a virtual power plant for smart energy. So it's a really advanced way to visualize and balance the power supply resource, the multiple distribution routes, and the various demand centers. So for the what is the benefits of the virtual power plants? So the demand response, it do a peak load reduction, reduce the operation of peaker plants, and low carbon emissions. It can reduce in electricity prices, benefiting all customers, and financial compensation for their participants. And the benefits for the energy storage system, it has financial benefits to utilizing off-peak energy stored and used during peak periods. It enables smooth RE power output for submitting generation bids. For the EV charging access benefits, the peak shaving using energy stored in fully charged EVs. And the financial benefits for the EV user is to feed energy to the grid. And for the regeneration, it has great independence and energy trading for both peak power and base load generation. So the renewable energy start to dominate the global energy market. The smart management and the distribution energy is becoming inevitable. So that's why we are working on the virtual power plant. And this is the system drawing of our virtual power plant. So the Growatt solar and energy storage system support access to virtual power plant easily and can gain more returns through demand response, energy trading, peak shaving. So you can see as an inverter, it's really easy a connection to the VPP controller with RS485, and then to the router, to the internet, and then it can enter the VPP cloud platform. Okay. So we not only doing a VPP cloud platform for our own, we also provide the VPP platform solution for VPP operation support. So we can help other companies to build the VPP program in the market, which is the control center to achieve the electricity smart distribution, and it can have a couple benefits in energy trading. Next is a global reference. So as I mentioned, Growatt is not only a company focused on residential inverters, it also has some large products going on in the world. Some of them are like a country government level products. So for this is a main series. It's kind of similar to the main TL-US we have right now in US. This is an example in Australia. And you can see you can stack them, so it can go up to 15 kilowatt. There's two here. And this is another one for the main series. It's still the same thing in Australia. So you can see you have some three of them in parallel. This can increase the capacity. This is the same thing. We have the same system installed in Brazil. Okay, and we have the 3 kilowatts residential ESS in South Australia. We have the SPH, the old hybrid model we have in Italy. Together, it's with the low voltage battery system. And this is another example for the hybrid inverter in Italy. And you can see it has two cabinet here. And then it's a SPF product. It's in South Africa. So three of our inverter in parallel, Africa. So can increase the capacity to 15 kilowatts. And then it's the SPF series, 1000 series I mentioned before in Philippines. Okay, so next is some big products. So we have a 100 kilowatts microgrid solution in Thailand. It's this system was installed in 15 bases of Royal Thai Air Force across Thailand. So this is the bigger one. It's 500 kilowatts solar rooftop for Netherlands. It's a Max series. Here's a largest one. We have the 1 mega kilowatt solar rooftop for Thailand. We don't have like any products like large products going on in America right now, but it's really popular in Asia. We have the 1 mega solar rooftop for Netherlands and 1.1 mega rooftop project going on in Vietnam right now. It's also the Max series. And the 1.2 mega rooftop projects in Switzerland. 2.5 mega rooftop projects in China. And we have a 3 mega solar farm in Mosdef. Another solar farm in Vietnam. And for this, it's a solar plant in China. And for this, you can see the PVs are providing shade to the water, so you can decrease the temperature and provide a lot of shades for the animals in there. And we have 5 megawatt ground solar plants in Ukraine. 5.5 mega solar plants in India, and 10 mega ground solar plants also in China, a 90 megawatt solar farm in Thailand, 100 megawatt solar farm in China, larger and larger products, another ground solar farm in Thailand, and that's all our big products we have. So if you have any questions, you can post them in the chat right now, and I'll try to answer them. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Michael. That was a great presentation. Now we will do the Q&As. So I will read off the questions that we have from the team here. First question, is Growatt attending the Intersolar 2023 Long Beach conference this year?
Hi, Peter. Can you help answer this question?
Okay. As we wait for Peter to get that answer, can the inverters be stacked with um, one or more providing power for whole home backup? How many inverters can be stacked?
For the whole home backup in the future, it can go up to 3 inverters, but it's not using the ATS. It's SIN 200. Right now we are developing on that.
Awesome. Okay. Next question. Does adding a second battery increase the max output?
No. So adding another battery just increase the capacity, not the final output.
What could be, I guess, the max wattage by adding a second battery? Does that?
Uh, it doesn't increase the max output by adding a second battery. So with the ATS system, the ATS system for partial backup, it can go up to 5 kilowatts. But we do have like for other products to go up to 11.4, like 10,000, I believe. But that's not for the ATS system.
Understood. Okay. Those were all our questions for today. I believe we can go ahead and start wrapping up this webinar. Once again, thank you to Michael and the Growatt team for providing so much information. And thank you, to everyone that has attended. If you'd like to learn more about Growatt, feel free to visit the AE Solar website. And then also this recording will be provided on our YouTube page for future reference. Thank you again for doing business with AE Solar, and everybody enjoy the rest of your day.